You guys, I just had the most mortifying experience of my entire life. I am literally never leaving my house again. I don't know why I even left in the first place. I am still shaking. It was so embarrassing. Okay, let me explain what happened. So, earlier this week, TMI, but everyone goes through this, I got my period. If you're watching this right now and you are like, ew, periods, disgusting, I don't want to hear about it. Well, I am sorry. I don't want my period either, so I'm gonna make you listen to it because it's a natural thing. And if I could, would make it go away, or at least the pain associated with it. Because let me tell you, the period, even though it's natural, it's like that friend that you sort of are friends with because your friend is friends with them, but you don't necessarily invite them over, but then they come over anyway, and you're kind of like, how did you get the invite to my house, and how did you find my address, and now I'm stuck with you for a few hours, and I can't get rid of you. That is what a period is in my life. So don't shame me for having it. I didn't control it. Anyway, back to the story. Got my period, and it just knocked me out. I had the worst week ever. First of all, my skin broke out. It literally looked like there were pepperonis all over my face. And I always get the worst cramps ever. I'm sure some of you ladies have felt this before, where you get your period, it's hard to do anything because you're getting the worst cramps ever. So I sort of was couch bound earlier this week, feeling absolutely terrible. Like just looking terrible, feeling terrible, totally no confidence whatsoever. I was bloated, and whenever I'm feeling bloated, I just want to eat junk. So I probably put on 5 pounds on top of the water weight that I gained being on my period. And then finally, my period went away. And usually at the end of a period is when I feel my most confident because all that water weight is finally gone and my skin clears up and I am ready to tackle the world. I'm not sweating profusely anymore. And I don't know if you guys experience this, but that happens to me on my period. I just sweat profusely, and no matter how many fans I turn on, I always drench the bed in my sweat. So it's also really hot outside in LA right now, which adds to me not wanting to leave my house when I'm on my period because one, I am sweating profusely and you can't turn on a fan unless you bring a portable fan, which I don't have. So anyway, so I wake up this morning, I'm feeling amazing, my skin looks great, I look pretty skinny, I'm having a skinny day, my hair's looking fly. I also finally dry cleaned one of my outfits and my outfit is looking good. Like everything is in my court today. The beautiful weather in LA, for once this summer, it's not 100 billion degrees outside, so I decided that I would go on a walk. So I got up this morning and I started strutting out of my house. I walked over to Abbot Kinney, which is the cutest little area in LA. And I was feeling good and everybody else driving by thought I looked good because every single person driving by honked at me. And usually I don't like cat collars. I think it is so obnoxious, but I needed the confidence boost today from people. And I guess I just thought that they thought I looked attractive because everyone was honking at me. And I was doing a model strut down the sidewalk, going into these little boutiques on Abbot Kinney, when a lady pulls me aside and she says, honey, your skirt is completely ripped and you are bleeding down your leg. You guys, I thought that my period ended 3 days ago. So of course I'm not wearing a pad. I don't have a tampon in my purse and I did not know what to do. I probably should have just bought something to change into, but I just freaking panicked. I immediately went against the wall in the store and just stood there like this because, okay, let me show you exactly where the rip was. From right here to right here. Basically all the way up my entire skirt, stopping right below the bow. Embarrassing. It was mortifying. All those people that I thought were honking at me because I looked cute were honking at me because I had a tear all the way down my skirt and blood on my leg, and not a single one of them told me why. So thank you, whoever this random woman is that told me about what had happened. I appreciate you. So here's what happened next. So I left the store and I had a few options of how to get home. I could call an Uber, but I didn't want to be shamed by the driver. I could ride one of those bird scooters, but me with a ripped skirt on a scooter sounded like an absolute nightmare. So I decided to go with what I thought was the best possible option, which was scooting very quickly along the wall so nobody would notice me. Like that, for what seemed like forever. So I thought this was a really brilliant idea, a brilliant way to resolve this issue. But clearly I was mistaken because I ended up against a glass wall and I heard someone knocking against the window, and when I turned around, there was a little boy with a lollipop staring at my butt. In that moment, I just panicked and decided to sprint down the sidewalk. And everyone at Abercrombie got a free peep show of my new underwear, which is really cute, by the way. It has a little ruffle on it. But it was mortifying. The entire experience was mortifying. So finally, I caved and I called an Uber. Luckily, I don't think he noticed that my skirt was ripped because I was really strategic about bending into the car and covering my behind. But he just dropped me off, and I have yet to check my phone to see if they're charging me for a cleaning fee, which if they are, that really sucks because this day has already been hard. Yeah. That was my day today. Reasons why, I am an introvert. It may not seem like that, but this just plays into every insecurity I've ever had about leaving my house. And now I really don't want to ever leave my house again. And I really wish I had ice cream in the fridge, but I ate it all when I was on my period 3 days ago, not knowing that it was gonna come back today. So can you guys make me feel better? Tell me, what is your most mortifying period story? Comment it below. If you can top mine, I will give you a shout out in my next video, I swear, because I really don't think it's possible. I think I hit rock bottom today. And I guess the reason I'm recording this is because we get periods, it's a natural thing. I know this, and I shouldn't feel this embarrassed, but I do because I feel like society makes me feel this embarrassed. So if you see somebody else who has a mortifying period story, make them feel better about it. Maybe point it out in a kind way. Don't shame them, don't honk at them or embarrass them. This stuff happens. I'm sure similar things have happened to other people. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, I hope it stays that way. I am going to go find sweets in my kitchen and eat them and feel better about myself. I will see you guys next time. I love you. Bye.